Bro, I'm high as fuck, but I'm gonna try to react to this anyway.
The Palestinian people. Cenk, I'm sorry, but I do care if they die. Hamas doesn't care if they die.
Oh
And
my god, did he say that Destiny doesn't care? Fucking, oh, dude.
Hamas is the owner of the region, and Hamas is the one conducting warfare.
Oops, did I?
Yeah, that's very fair. Like, Hamas doesn't care if they die. They literally bragged about the human shields thing. It's like, are you really gonna be like, dude, you just, like, dude, yeah, they brag about that shit. You didn't know that?
Do it again. So, what are they trying to do? They're trying.
Like, I love how the last time I was completely on Chank's side, but now that I watched Vegan Games' reaction to it, I'm like, damn, wait, Chank is actually wrong about a lot of this shit.
I have plausible deniability for vengeance. Listen, look at me spitting on your ancestors. I can't take it.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This is such a bad position. Look at me spitting on your ancestors. No, the ancestors are not the victims here. It's like, they were the victims, maybe, of, like, I mean, Palestine's been pretty oppressed for a long time, and I guess, like, there is a long story, but in general, like, there should be a two-state. Like, there has to be a fucking... But, like, that's not what we're saying here, dude. This is just a bad line of attack. I see why Destiny put this at the beginning.
I'm gonna say.
I really hope Cenk isn't like this the entire time, because I generally agree with him over Destiny, because, like, you know, I'm a Cal Kalinske fan, and, like, I just also agree that killing lots of innocent people is just fucking bad.
Something potentially offensive.
Potentially
We did,
millions
Destiny.
more.
Destiny, do you know that?
No, we didn't.
did
No, we
negotiate.
didn't. Their
And
leader
the
killed
people who-
himself, and the only thing that you want is the
Wait, what? Their leader killed him, so that sounds like a fucking insane that happened. What? No motivation? Do leaders tend to do that when they're in power? Why wouldn't they, like, retreat for... What's the fucking called? Wow, that sounds insane.
short-term minimization of those deaths.
Dude, we need the context behind that one. I'm high as fuck. I have no fucking clue, bro. Tell me.
Even it comes to the long-term actual procurement of a real, lasting, peaceful justice, which is something you have absolutely no concern of talking about, which is why you're presenting the most ahistorical, unbelievable idea ever, that a boss who is universally one of the least popular Palestinians ever, you could get a guy...
Yeah, fair enough. That is true. Like, you can't... You gotta make it someone else. Like, you gotta find somebody else then. And you could literally just say, well, Netanyahu could fucking pull this shit off. Or he could try to get them to elect somebody else. Is it like anybody, any like foreign person who would pledge to that Israel deserves to say, you know, like a Bassem Youssef. Try to give him fucking Palestine, dude.
called Finkel Goldstein, okay, to be the leader of the Palestinians, and he would pull
I think Bassem Youssef would probably be like the best president for Palestine right now.
higher
Like,
than
they definitely need someone like him more than Hamas.
a boss. The fact that you want
I
this
think they'd love the shit out of him.
guy to be the one to negotiate these peace deals with Israel when it would probably lead to the third, fourth, and fifth intifada combined is just an unrealistic solution.
Dude, what the fuck is Antifada? I probably looked that shit up. I keep forgetting what it is. Yeah, and that was me trying to look up what that guy was saying. Like, pragmatically, like in the video, you know, on Todd Thinks. Yeah, what was I about it? Yeah, Antifada. What is that? Intifada. Palestinian uprising against Israeli occupation. Oh. Damn, so does that mean rebellion? I didn't know I thought uprising was like when you... Oh no, that's upbringing, when your parents raise you. Oh. Well, 2 words I need to add to my vocabulary words list, but later, dude, we don't got time for that shit. Oh, yeah, I don't even know why I was watching this. You didn't catch me watching that because it's boring. I watched a little bit, I should have X'd out of that. And, yeah, I should do that right now. I'm just... Damn. By the way, I'm so high. I really want to give this commentary, like, at a better time, but I feel like I won't do it if I don't do it right now, because I just have so much shit going on, and I have college too. And it's like, on top of that, next semester, I'm gonna have to try to pick up classes, so it's like, oh man, that fucking sucks, dude. Wait, by the way, I'm always scared and my mic's not on. Yeah, my mic's on. Good fucking shit, dude. Let's go.
Yes, that is the microphone that's being used. Okay.
Okay, all right, then that's the best we can do.
Okay, is this a USB mic or does it have like a crazy XLR big output? Does it plug right into a computer?
By the way, let me rewatch it. Dude, by the way, that like Destiny recently changed my mind on the January 6th thing. Like I was dude, I was genuinely thinking, oh yeah, January 6th. Yeah, it was sort of a non-violent protest. I'm sure there was some. It was just like, dude, I sort of explained all that shit on Twitter. I sort of went with Tucker Carlson's version, and I never thought that McCarthy just gave him like fucking that little detail on this shit. I never knew there was a guillotine when they were singing "Hang Mike Pence." They legit had a guillotine over there. What the fuck? Like I never knew that. Like, and that was like his debate with Glenn Beck, I think, which is no Glenn Greenwald. That's the guy. Greenwald. And like I've seen him on Tucker Carlson a lot, and he seems like a pretty likable guy. But like, dude, I saw Destiny's like the first few seconds of it, then I had to fall asleep and pass out, right? But like, there, bro, the first few seconds, they tend to be a fucking wreck. Like, dude, he fucking changed my conception of January 6th with the first video, and it's like, bro, I've watched Secular Talk and the Humanist Report for like years. They never brought up that shit. But yeah, we're not watching that. I'm not gonna go back to that. Glenn Greenwald versus Destiny. Dude, the first, it's like a Jesus Christ, bro. Need to make sure to pay attention to that. That's the fact drops.
Israel, when we're probably lead to the third, fourth, and fifth intifada combined, is just an unrealistic solution.
That's
Yes.
fair enough. But apparently, I forgot what Secular Talk said, but he didn't say to bring the Palestinian authorities. Dude, I need to... Wait. Biden scaffold. I don't care. That's not as important as... I know why I left it. I know why I left it. I know which video. I actually remembered it because I clipped the video. Oh no, it's it's the wrong point.
That is the microphone that's being used. Okay.
Okay, all right, then that's the best.
Yeah, so that's something else that I guess he refuted in this. Dude, watch it if you really care about that point. I don't care about that point right now.
Yes, we can do.
I forgot what that point is, but I know it's not the point that's going on right now.
Okay, is this a USB
Well, I know what point. Yeah, no shit.
mic or does it have like a crazy XLR
Defeating
big?
the special forces, dude. I mean, the Jesus. Yeah, the special forces to defeat Hamas. Because yeah, like that was a fair point from Destiny. I was like, oh, send in special forces, and he was like, oh yeah, dude. And I'm gonna bring it up right now, and then I'm gonna need to watch the video. No, I just need to not pay attention to it. You remember the worst thing about me when I commentate live is that I tend to ramble. And that's why I'm probably better at it in the morning. But again, if I don't do this now, but I need to shut the fuck up. Okay.
Big output. Does it plug right into a computer?
Okay, by the way, just before we continue all of this, Cenk, what time do you need to go?
Yeah, I gotta go at the top of the hour, and I know we're making.
Okay, let's just go then.
Okay, so
It's okay.
let's
It's
go.
okay.
Bro, what? He just got an hour? And like, Destiny didn't know about it? Bro, come on. No, they should be like, yeah, whenever we both mutually agree or something that like, yeah, the debate's over. That's how debates should go, bro. If you don't know how long you got, you don't know if you're gonna be in the middle of a point. No, you don't, bro. The people that fucking busy that they don't have a point in the evening on certain days where like, yeah, I know that there aren't gonna be any other things happening. Like, you can't make time for that. Like, you just got, bro. I feel like that just, like, then you can't do debates. Because, like, how the fuck you gonna debate in 1 hour? Like, you don't know. Unless it's like, I guess some people doing 1 minute debates. And it's like, I'd be so frustrated with that shit. But you get to know beforehand. You have just 1 minute to change their mind. And if that. But it's like, you're both convenient. But it's like, bro. Okay, I made my point. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's okay.
No, but
Okay,
thanks
brilliant.
for trying to fix it, Destiny.
No,
I
you're good.
appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, so okay.
Cenk for America. Dude, imagine Cenk Uygur wins. and he puts me to shame. It's like Obama when he like dropped his whatever the fuck and said that like Donald Trump won't become president. And just fucking, I was wrong. Cenk did become president. Like, he knows he doesn't think that shit. Like, I'm not even bothering to watch his videos anymore. They're like, why I didn't drop out of the race. I probably said I would, but then I just didn't bother. And now that I think about it, I'm not gonna bother. Because fucking, dude, like, this guy really is gonna say that he, like, has a reason not to be dropping out other than just clout. It's like, no, I'm not gonna believe that shit. It is not gonna be substantive, dude. You need to tune out that type of shit.
Let's get going.
In the heart of Gaza, where hope is a precious
Okay, dude, we've seen
rarity,
this.
every meal we give means hope for
Okay.
Okay, so today I'm hosting a debate between Democratic presidential candidate Cenk Uygur and popular live streamer and political commentator Destiny. In this debate, we're going to focus on the future of the war rather than last time. So this time we're going to focus on the future of the war, potential escalation with the Houthis, how to finish the war, and long-term peace. Because we've only got right now around 45 minutes, instead of asking you a lot of questions, then I'm going to ask you one question, and hopefully just that question, we'll try and get that finished. So from where we are right now, what is
I actually like that. I actually really like that.
what is a viable and realistic solution you can give, number one, for the war to end, and number two, for long-term peace? And keep in mind the Houthis and what's the two-state solution with Bibi. Destiny, can you start and then we'll go to Cenk?
Yeah, so from what I've heard of the Houthis, it's like they're just protesting because they want a ceasefire. And it's like, yeah, apparently the UN and the US should be doing this. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. Like, they should be... And again, I don't know this stuff, but it's like they've bombarded, like, over half the buildings, like, half the infrastructure is just gone, right? And it's like, bro, you really needed to do that and Hamas is gone, right? Yeah, right? Like, you said, dude, how many are you going to need to take out? Doesn't matter. It's like, you're saying you're a first world country and you don't have any better solution. You're literally backed by the US, like the world's big, like such an important, powerful nation. We get to block the UN on like anything, even if like the rest of the UN is against us. We in Israel, we get to be like just everything is in our power, right? And it's like, dude, whatever fucking point I was making, I think I made it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can get very broad, you can get very specific. I think two really important things need to happen. The first thing is Hamas has to be eliminated or decapitated so that they're no longer functional. And
it's like, yeah, but like, how do you... Again, like, they're saying, oh, well, these people, they're mostly in Qatar or Turkey. Okay, well, buy their governments off, and we have the US at our backing. It's like, you're saying we can't do that? We can, like, veto the vote of the UN, but we can't do that shit? It's like... Okay, dude, we just don't have power.
Gaza Strip, because I think that negotiating...
Like, we didn't realize where our power ended. Yeah, Qatar, okay.
With a group like Hamas is just not feasible, and I don't expect Israel to do it. And then
I didn't even know what Qatar was before I, like, started looking into the Palestine
I think the second thing that needs to happen...
Which by that I mean, like, started hearing Kalkalinsky's videos.
Is Palestinians have to be able to hold new elections. Regardless of how those might turn out, they need to elect leadership because Israel needs somebody that they can negotiate with and somebody that can negotiate on behalf of Palestinians to start us back on some kind of road to some lasting solution or peace. Like there has to, those two things have to happen. Yeah.
Okay, so just so 2 points. First of all, how is that including?
Wait, by the way, I hate the fact that I'm so zoned out. I didn't listen to a thing he said.
With a group like Hamas is just not feasible, and I don't expect Israel to do it. And then I think the second thing that needs to happen is Palestinians have to be able to hold new elections. Regardless of how those might turn out, they need to elect leadership because...
Yeah, that's very true.
Israel needs somebody that they can negotiate with and somebody that can negotiate on behalf of Palestinians to start us back on some kind of road to some...
Yeah, Hamas needs to be banned from the ballot. That is fair enough. Yes, ban Hamas from the ballot because they are terrorists. Like, I guess if Bin Laden was running and he had just committed 9/11 and he was winning, yeah, sure. If he was, like, about to do that shit, yeah, ban Hamas from the ballot and do that shit. Just like, you shouldn't do it to Trump, actually do it to Hamas.
Lasting...
Like, you do have that power.
Solution or peace. Like
you literally have the power to turn off their fucking water and electricity. Dude, don't tell me that shit. You have Like, you can bomb whatever you want. You can't just do that. Yeah, okay.
Those two things have to happen. Yeah.
Okay, so just so two.
Wait, what about the Houthis? Dude, I need to pay attention, but I can't.
Those might turn out. They need to elect leadership because Israel needs somebody that they can negotiate with and somebody that can negotiate on behalf of Palestinians to start us back on some kind of road to some lasting solution or peace. Like there has to, those two things have to happen. Yeah.
Okay, so just so 2 points. First of all, how is that including a two-state solution?
Personally, I think that's the most likely resolution that both sides
Wait, did he
can
say anything about the Houthis? Whatever.
agree to. I don't think a one-state solution
They're gonna bring that up.
is anything that Israel would ever agree to. I don't think that'll ever happen.
Yeah, and yeah, Destiny actually changed my mind just on the spot about that too. Like, at the beginning of its show too, it was like, oh yeah, do you not realize that in a one state, like, they would just be in a just huge like ethnic minority. Damn, I'm stuttering here. Like, they'd be in a huge ethnic minority, and I didn't realize, like, oh damn, the Palestinian like, yeah, poor people, especially like in the Muslim cultures, like they have a huge thing with just have as many babies as you can, reproduce as much as possible because God wants you to. And like in Christian countries, like that happens too, but the culture in first world countries tends to take over the like religious values and all, and people just don't really have kids because it doesn't fit them as much. But yeah, like in Palestine, like I didn't realize, yeah, it's very heavily populated. Like they would be an ethnic minority in a state that would like become controlled by majority. So like Hamas could just spread over this. So that would just like destroy Israel and their safety. So it's fair enough. Like they need to have their separate state.
How's that going to happen when Bibi's in charge right
And
now?
it's like, I guess, oh, but damn, like, what if we're gonna be at war with them still, but it's gonna be, oh, well, they're still so close to us, they're better weaker since they're terrorizing us. Well, you gotta change the leadership and you have all the control. If you can literally bomb, you can do everything you want, nothing, it's like, dude, just invade, get rid of Hamas, and then give them elections. Give them a two-state.
Well, I mean, if
They just overthrow Hamas and decide, yeah, they're banned from the election and conduct the election.
If Hamas is eliminated and if the Palestinians elect new leadership, I think that with the reduction of attacks from the Palestinians, I think that there would be a lot of mounting pressure on Israel to actually move towards a two-state solution or move towards some kind of permanent peace process. But as long as they can always point the finger at Hamas and blame them and say, like, well, look, these guys don't want peace. They just want to shoot rockets at us all day. That's going to
That's very fucking fair.
be the number one justification that Israel can use to kind of indefinitely stave off peace plans, right? Like October 7th is going to buy them at least a year or two in terms of never even having to think about peace plans because they can just say, well, look at October 7, look at October 7, look at October 7.
And just one last question. I apologize for taking this question from you.
Yeah, it's just finger wagging. Meanwhile, you're just bombing so many people. Like, yeah, that's just, we need better than that.
Cenk, because I know you would ask this. How is it possible to say just eradicate
We
Hamas?
need Cal Kalinske to become their leader.
At what point is eradication? Is it possible to even eradicate Hamas?
I don't know how the military defines like a group being defunct, but I think right now Israel, the estimate is they've eliminated 20 to 30% of fighters. I'm sure there's some percentage where once you've eliminated enough, they've effectively lost their ability to govern effectively. And I don't know what that number exactly looks like. I don't think Israel has put out that number exactly. Maybe that's 50, 60, 70%. Maybe it's just when Hamas leadership leaves or they've been so undermined that the public wants, different elections or whatever. I don't know the specifics.
Yeah, like the more the bombing continues, the more Hamas keeps getting just more and more popular. So good luck with
That matters much, but whatever that specific is, that goal has to be accomplished. Yeah.
Okay, Cenk.
It's like, but you don't know what the specific is. But it's like, yeah, so many people are dying, but that has to be fucking, dude. Like, but the like top officials, they're in Qatar, so it's like they could just build up a new fan base because now you bombed so many people that people over there are angry. So like they'll join Hamas in a fucking instant if they've had like loved ones of theirs that died and they just blame it on all the fucking Jews because people. Dude, I just reviewed a video earlier from someone who just blamed all of his problems on women, but he lives in a first world country called America with the American dream. They don't get that shit, right? So it's like much easier when like they get to see, oh yeah, Israel just occupied us. it's like, yeah, they hate the Jews. That's still wrong, but like since it's their government doing that, it's not their citizens. Like, what do you expect? But like, yeah, that's still wrong. But like, you see why they're doing that shit. But like, anyway, I what the fuck the point was I making, dude? My mother is gonna like wake up and tell me to shut the fuck up, and not only do I not want that, but I don't want to wake up, dude. She has to go to school tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to keep it soft and go up to the Yeah, do I sound like a fucking retard when I... Yeah, yeah, dude, I'm gonna wake her up, dude. Dude, no, Dude, this debate has gone way off rails, hasn't it?
Okay, so there's a couple of different ways to approach this. So first of all, I'm going to start with what obviously is not going to work, and then I'm going to go to things that actually will work. So
Nice, good. Dude, that shit.
first of all, this
Dude, I'm drinking water.
idea of eliminating Hamas.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a point. Kalkalinsky brings it up all the time. Yeah.
It's comical. It's comical. It's ridiculous. So they've killed 27,000 people on the way to killing 20 to 30% of Hamas, according to IDF.
And over the whole world rose a clamor of hysterical joy at the end.
World War I promised us a
Yeah, and I need to see that again. 20 to 30,000, dude.
Has to be accomplished, yeah.
Okay, Cenk.
Okay, so there's a couple of different ways to approach this. So first of all, I'm going to start with what obviously is not going to work, and then I'm going to go to things that actually will work. So first
Excuse
of all,
me,
this idea of
dude.
eliminating Hamas.
Did his face cam just... Okay, dude, I need to stop commentating on everything. That's so...
It's comical. It's comical. It's ridiculous. So they've killed
Did someone just laugh in his back? Okay, I'm gonna try to shut...
27,000 people on the way to killing 20 to 30% of Hamas, according to IDF. Now, no one believes those numbers. It's propaganda. But okay, let's take it as true, though. Okay? So about a quarter of Hamas is killed, according to IDF, and they want to eradicate it, decapitate it, kill the rest of them.
Yeah, so it's gonna take like... Yeah, let's do the math. 30 times 4, 120. So, 120,000 people. That's great. Yeah, so these people just have to die. It just sucks for them, right?
So does that
Like, ethnic cleansing of, like, what, 2.2 million? Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like yeah, imagine if we did that to America. Dude, Louisiana, the state I live in, well, I gotta go, dude. You like me as a commentator? You're that one person who's never commented on my videos but watches. And I've never... Dude, well, bye-bye, motherfucker. I no longer exist. Yeah, that's fine, dude. All of that shit's cool because... Dude, Hamas has gotta go. Yeah, you're a first world country, you can't find somebody. Don't give me that shit. It's just no way.
I mean, if we kill
Just like, and I know that's like why my friend Slit probably tried to tell me that, and I'm just too dumb or whatever. He's like, well, fuck you. You're just not getting... Okay, fuck him too, I guess, dude. Like, dude, I still miss him, but whatever. That shit's gross. But it's like, bro, yeah, let me go on a rant about that. Actually, no. Let me just like, stay on point.
killed 27,000 Palestinians already, we're going to kill at least 100,000. And so maybe, as you know, Destiny said, maybe there's a tipping point where you kill like, hey, 55% of Hamas, and then you could say that they're done. How anyone verifies any of this is impossible to know.
Yeah, I mean, and Israel wouldn't even release it to the public. You'd think that's very important, but they're like, yeah, that's classified information, I'm sure. Like, oh, well, when we get it, that's classified. Dude, people are dying, and you think, like, right now is a good time to fucking classify that? Oh, well, what if it's a problem for public safety? Explain how. How the fuck is that a problem for... Is that not all right to know either? Like, bro, come on.
It's basically Netanyahu saying, yeah, I'm satisfied.
Like, dude, I'm high and I just don't fucking understand that shit. Dude, is it because I'm too stupid or is it because I'm too smart? Because this shit's just that dumb. Because I feel like it's the latter. Again, I'm like, it's dumb.
How many Palestinians I've murdered. And he's never going to be satisfied. One, because of his nature, and two, because if the war ends...
Yeah, Preventer the two-state bragged about it. Like, great guy. I made sure all of this happened. I even, like, knew about this for a long time. For, like, a year, I didn't take it seriously. I'm not even gonna take any of the blame now that it happened. Just great shit. Doesn't even feel any sorrow. Doesn't feel like, oh, well, yeah, I'm so sorry for the people who are blaming me because you're sort of right. Like, I mean... I did see the signs for a long time, and I literally propped up Hamas back in the day. And it's like, yeah, just whatever. No, they don't need a new leadership. And it's like, I get the people who would say, well, he knows the country better than anyone, and it'd sort of destabilize the country if he left right now. I don't really know Israel, but I get that that might be a fair comment to say most of the time. I mean, and apparently a lot of the people in Israel, they lean towards his ideology. Like, other than that, the fact that they blame him for Hamas having happened, which is very reasonable, right? Like, they agree with him, and I can understand them taking that standpoint because they were just attacked. Like, many of them might have lost family members, and they're the people who keep attacking us. Just like the people in Palestine, they fucking hate Israel because, like, they perceive it the other way around because it's true the other way around. Like, these two groups just hate one another, and it just sucks. But religion is that way. It makes people hateful. But, like, not in the United States, though. Just make Palestine become a first world country, just like the United States. You see, that's why the Muslims, even though all the hateful beliefs that are in the Quran, they're also in the Bible, except that people in, say, the United States, like in the majority, like, Christian countries, well, they don't think that way. They aren't backwards like their religions are, because, like, even people I know who preach the Bible, they don't think that way. They wouldn't agree with these things, even though, like, it's in the Bible, because, like, yeah, that's just, like, getting to live better lives, like, live up to the standards where we don't need to cope with life being miserable because we aren't in a third world country anymore, because we've, like, evolved to the 21st fucking century where that shit doesn't have to happen. Yeah, if Israel just shared some of its wealth, they have free healthcare, we fucking don't, but we, like, fund their government. Yeah, and, like, they should just ask us for more funding so that they can fund Palestine and, like, a good government. But are they ever gonna do that shit? I mean, the guy who said, like, bragged about preventing a two-state, or they're like, fucking really? Or, like, you think that's realistic? And it's so sad, dude. It makes me so fucking sad, because these people are suffering. All because of fucking him and Hamas on the other side, which are, like, the fucking just as horrible.
Accountability,
If, like, not
and he
worse.
immediately loses power. Immediately. So
Like,
he
fucking,
never
like, proud of using their own citizens as human shields. Yeah, probably worse.
ever wants the war to end. As long as Netanyahu is in charge, we have no chance of ever getting to peace. Ever. He's the worst partner for peace in history. He proudly
Yeah, him and Hamas. But I remember hearing, like, yeah, he was like, Hamas is a way worse partner for peace than Israel is. And I clipped that shit and spent $2 to send it to Vegan Games, but I just sent it like 1 second too late, so he missed that, and he was just like he just made fun of something else. Dude, I missed his fucking laugh, dude, that I paid $2 for. It just felt like I would vent that for no fucking reason. You're welcome.
declares that he blocked a Palestinian state and will do so again. He is by far a worse partner for peace than even Hamas.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to clip that and send it to him. Dude, I bet, like, he's probably already reacted to it and I missed it and I was going to clip it. Dude, I'm fucking mad. I hope if he does that, he titles the video, like, reacting to that debate. I really hope he does.
He's also a bigger terrorist than
Like,
Hamas.
that's what I'm waiting
We
for.
can come back and discuss that if you like. But Hamas has...
Dang it, dude, my vape just ran out of fucking... Dude, I'm gonna go put it to charge right now. Because I'm hitting that shit like, wow, dude, I'm hitting that bitch. Wait. Dude, like, is it just me? Is it, like, now that I feel like my mic's better, I'm just getting more confidence to speak? Or is it just, like, right now, and then I'll just fall back to a new low and a new high? Dude, I really hope that's not the case, dude. I really hope this confidence is because of my mic and it stays. Dude, if I can, like, try to tell myself that enough, it might say, actually, yeah, let me try to not keep saying that because it sounds retarded. Dude, that might work, bro. I like my fucking energy right now. Like, I'm high as fuck. It's late in the evening. I felt like, dude, am I even gonna commentate on this? Like, dude, I won't do it later, but I feel like I need more energy, and I'm doing it now, dude. Great.
hinted in an earlier time, several years ago, that they could do
And I'm still smoking weed. Like, let's
peace,
go.
and that they could actually recognize Israel's right to exist, which of course they're going to. But anyway, that's another topic as well. So So this idea of permanent war
And
bringing
like the
peace
thing
and
is, like what people are going to elect, especially after one election cycle, because you have to think about this in the like long term, especially a government, you'd expect them to think about it more than anything, right? So who you're going to elect, like like no matter what in the long term, if you keep like bombing people and you're like not gonna face any repercussions for this, of course, right? But like yeah, you're just gonna keep bombing more and more people until you supposedly get all of Hamas. You're gonna get like hundreds of thousands, maybe, of people if you do the math on like how many have been killed. Like you just fucking keep doing that shit. Like you think that it's gonna lead to like them being more or less likely the more like the further you go to what, dude? Oh my god, my bad. I should stop smoking weed. But do you think it's gonna lead them to not vote in the next election cycle for people who are gonna hate you more? Since you're probably not gonna stop hating them, you just finished bombing the shit out of them. Like, they didn't even do October 7th, Hamas did, but like, you fucking collectively punished them, and you think they're not gonna, like, keep having this power of hating you, which is probably why they voted for Hamas in the first place when Hamas fucking hates Israel. Like you know that power of hating you is going to stay in them, right? Like they were chanting hate like fuck the Jews and all.
security.
Like, do you think that's going to help? Because that's what like at the root and bottom of this. Like these people hate you for how you did, the fact that you occupied them, the fact that you did all that shit. They want to be free, and they still like you are bragging about preventing a state, and you're gonna be like the one negotiating this shit, and it's like, oh man, that just, and you're not even gonna find a way around like just preventing yourself from killing maybe like 100,000, but already in the tens of thousands of them, and you're gonna negotiate a peace treaty, and you think that's gonna work, dog. And it's like, bro, maybe you shouldn't have killed so many people. Maybe you should have tried to resolve this in a better way beforehand. Maybe it's too late. I don't fucking know with this shit, because it's like, bro, what the fuck has Netanyahu been doing? It's like he might have missed the opportunity, and this is such an important situation too. Like he really fucked it up, and he's gonna keep fucking it up.
Is irrational. It's maximum irrational. It's never happened. It's never going to happen. And it's intended so that it doesn't happen for the political power of one man, Netanyahu. Now, it's not just one man. It's the right wing in Israel that right now it can't say anything but blood. And so they just want to kill as many Palestinians as humanly.
And to be fair, like on the other side, it's the same thing. Like when you see so many of yours dying, you feel that way. And like in Israel, so many people, they might have like just seen it, and it's like, dude, after 9/11, there was homophobia. Like that's literally why Trump, like now he's like, no, trans people not real, dude, the gays, yeah, whatever. But it's like, bro, back in the day, that's what Ron DeSantis criticized him for. He was waving around the gay flag. What? Well, why was he doing that? He was saying, "We will stand for the LGBTQ. We will stand with their community." Well, he said that because, like, in the context of 9/11, we won't let the Muslim terrorists, like, do whatever because they hate gay people. Like even though his Bible says the same shit, and he's gonna wave the Bible around instead of just saying I'm a Christian, but I don't stand, like not even say I don't stand by the Bible, but just not really, like he's just holding up a scripture that literally says like gays must die in it, or like all gays go to hell, pretty much, like the Bible says in it, and it's like, yeah, you're waving that up, and you're talking about how and it's like, I completely am not gonna put anyone other than Trump who's just completely grifting on that fucking thing, right? Because like most Christians don't dislike pretty much no Christian is homophobic. That's like saying atheists are homophobic, because I'm sure you could find an atheist. You know what? That's like saying that all police officers are fucking racist, right? Because like some of them, like all that shit. Like I don't do that, but dude, like the context is, oh well, all Muslims, all Muslims, and it's like, Yeah, we just had 9/11, and that was our response. Yeah, in Palestine, they're having so many people dying, and it's like you don't see that that's the root cause of like people like they had October 7th, and look at how radicalized that made them, especially since they had Netanyahu in power. And it's like, yeah, that does radicalize them into that mindset, and it's going both ways. Just remember that. Like both bad leaderships, you can't leave one out of this.
Possible, while pretending to get Hamas, which again, there's almost no evidence of a significant percentage of Hamas being killed. And here's one piece of evidence that everybody can wrap their minds around.
I mean, I don't know if that was okay.
Which is, they said that they were murdering all these Palestinians in order to kill Hamas and get the
And it's like, it is fair that Hamas can just recruit new people, and how the fuck would Israel know? And it's like, especially with this shit, Hamas's approval rating is going like way up. How would we know that they aren't just recruiting more and more people as they go? I mean, but it's like the population of Gaza is starving right now. They're dying of infectious diseases because there's no more clean water, and like Israel's just blocking humanitarian supplies. When the aid trucks come, they just like jump on them because they're starving. All the people are just like dying in the worst fates, and it's like Israel's a first world country, and they can't do anything about that. They can't do anything for these people. It's like, dude, the idea that these people care about humanitarian causes when they just can't do that. And by these people, I mean fucking Netanyahu. No, he doesn't care about the humanitarian causes. If that shit's happening in the country right next to you, motherfucker, you do not care. And it's like, you could fly. What did the US did? Just send packets of like, I remember it. I think it was on the Russia-Germany border. I learned that shit in history class. Like that fucking boring ass class, and I remember that, right? But like, yeah, we dropped packets of food over them. The Israel is backed by the US, and they can't just ask the US to fund that. You think Joe Biden would refuse when he's literally losing our election because of his support to Israel? You think he wouldn't support that so he could be like, yeah, you see, they're doing good things?
hostages back. But has
And they're like, oh, well, Hamas would like eat that too, so we just gotta collectively starve everybody because like otherwise Hamas is just also going to get to eat. And it's like, but if they don't get to eat, well, then that's going to like cripple Hamas even more. But dude, there's a population that you're fucking starving. Like, are you insane? This is nuts, dude. You can't do that. That's just like, if this shouldn't be like international law has the no, you can't fucking do that. That's insane. That's ethnic cleansing. That's just not okay. Like, you should get this. Like, dude, my mind's breaking. And I'm like, maybe I'm too high for this. I don't care, dude. That's fucked.
war led to getting back one single hostage in terms of a military operation?
Bad, bro.
No, none, zero. What is the one thing that got some of the hostages back?
Dude,
Was
negotiation.
negotiation.
Yeah, true, exactly. And they were like, at the beginning, yeah, we can negotiate with terrorists. Oh, well, you changed your mind on that, not fast enough. You probably should have faster. And it's like, yeah, you gotta negotiate with people you disagree with. Yeah, that's true.
And a deal. It's like, it's super obvious. Now, you could argue, hey, we wouldn't have gotten as good a deal if we hadn't murdered as many Palestinians as we did.
Yeah, that's just, you have all the power. Like, what the bro.
I think that's the argument of a butcher.
Yeah, fair. I mean, to be fair, yeah, because they are bloodthirsty, and it's, to be fair, the argument is Israel's not a democracy from Cenk Uygur, and Destiny refuted that perfectly. He was like, but the majority of people in Israel do want this. And it's like, and it's fair enough that they are breaking international law, and international law should, like, be the, like, upheld law of the land, like, everywhere, but, like, yeah, they're just breaking it, so they aren't really following the law. But, dude, I don't even know why I went on this what was I saying?
And
yeah, whatever.
Not true. But we can again debate that.
No. Look, this is too important. Let me try to.
The argument of a butcher.
Yeah, if they didn't murder as many people as they did, dude, they had all the leverage they could have. They could have been like, look, we will go forward with this if and like seems like all that would like. Do you really think? I'm pretty sure Hamas was the first to. So no. Look, scratch everything I said. I remember the talking points right now. So like Hamas actually was the first one to propose the hostage swap, and Netanyahu didn't care. They were just like our number one goal. It's not we don't really care to bring back the hostages. We're just like, bro, we just need to destroy Hamas. That's the only thing that matters. And then like so many parents of hostages were pressuring Netanyahu and they went viral, and that like Netanyahu was doing so bad that he sort of had to address that, and he was like, yeah, okay, we'll try to bring back the hostages. I know because yeah, he wanted, no, we just gotta take out Hamas now. Like that's the biggest concern. And the hostage, like the people who had hostage loved ones, right? They were like, no, we're not having this shit. So I'm pretty sure Netanyahu didn't really care. He was like, nah, that's not really our priority right now. The safety of this country is, not like the people who were captured. It's like, yeah, we just gotta kill these fucking Arabs. Like, bro, okay, but it's like, dude, my fucking god.
And not true. But we can again debate that. Okay, but if you think that permanently, and I'm not saying that Destiny thinks this, I'm just saying generically.
Oh, man.
If you think that permanent occupation is going to bring Israel peace and security,
Yeah, no, actually, true.
you're totally detached from reality.
Yeah, it's just hatred building up on both sides, and then what happens? Violence. Because the horrible fucking living conditions in Gaza, they have a lot more hatred in them. And on top of that, they aren't a democracy, and like their leaders don't even care about their well-being. They just care about hating, like just yeah, they just care about their jihad in that country. They want one state of their dictatorship where the people aren't even happy because they live under their rule. And it's like, yeah, that's fucking bad too, and it's never going to happen because Israel's got all the power and they don't. And their citizens, they don't give a shit about their citizens. They just get power because I'm pretty sure some other like Muslim country majorities, like they like what's it called? Their like terrorist governments sort of are pressuring them into doing that, and they're gaining a lot of money for it. Like I've heard it's something along those lines.
No,
But it's like, yeah, Hamas is the like one of the major culprits, the biggest culprit in this. But yeah, Israel has power to fucking do other things in this, but they
no
aren't.
people that are occupied, Palestinian or otherwise, are ever going to bow their heads and say, "We now love our oppressors. We."
By the way, I gotta make sure. Yes. Yes, everything's looking good. Okay. Dude, I'm so consumed over this. I'm only 8 minutes in, dude. This sucks.
Love them, and we will be your dogs and servants
I
forever.
really wish I was like 32 minutes in. At least I'd be like somewhere closer. Bro, it's already like 8, dude. Dude, no, it's 10. I really want to go to sleep early tonight. I have school tomorrow at 7.
It's not going to happen. They're always going to
We're
fight
at 8. But dude, I gotta get up at 7. Dude, okay, we aren't gonna get far into this.
back. The Chinese will fight back. The Kenyans will fight back. The Palestinians will fight back. And then we'll call them terrorists until the end of time. And we'll say, oh, you murder more of them, murder more of them. But it's never, ever going to end. So you must.
I think that's very fair as long as there's hatred and as long as the hatred's fucking justified. I mean, all they're getting is like killing from your side. How, like, where else are they going to look? When your life is literally just that much suffering, you're not gonna have anything other than hatred in your life. And that's why religion is the place where they look to have their troubles fixed, where like they have halal and we have like Christianity. Dude, that shit's been there for so long, it's not gonna leave their hearts, just like Christianity isn't gonna leave America's hearts. But like these people, like what is their religion gonna bring them? It's like, oh, hate these people, and at the same time there's Israel just like doing this to them, and it's just gonna reinforce their belief in that, right? And if you just give them a better life, you see what happens in the United States, you see what happens in like all first world countries with like just Christian backgrounds more than anything, just Christian majorities. Yeah, like we just live in the first world, so even though our religions might be like just as barbaric, at least like the Holy Scripture, the most of the people who are religious don't like actually stand by anymore, or don't really read because like they have better shit to do. Like yeah, once you get to have a better life, you get to evolve to the 21st century where like our beliefs have just evolved way past all of that hatred because like people, it's our human nature to cope by just like hating on some people because we, but like dude, that's just not the best way forward, and we figured that out since, and it's just much better that way, and that's why like when you get more developed countries, they get better shit to look for.
End the occupation if you want peace. There is no second
Like you
solution.
don't have to like cope so much with the like harsh realities of life when you live in a first world country. When you live in, dude, okay, I think I made my point fair enough, right? Like the inevitable fear of death and all of that.
In fact, this idea of a one-state solution, both on the Palestinian side and the Israeli side, should be dropped immediately. That is a barbarous idea.
Repeat that. What did he just say?
There is no second solution. In fact, this idea of a one-state solution, both on the Palestinian side of our oppressors, we love them, and we will be your dogs and servants forever. It's not going to happen. They're always going to fight back. The Chinese will fight back. The Kenyans will fight back. The Palestinians.
It's like fair enough. It's just human reactions. It's just like asking Israel to withdraw, asking Israel to just like completely like stop going after Hamas. It's like asking it to come from them, right? Not asking Biden to demand a ceasefire or the UN to like force a ceasefire to happen. Just asking Israel on its, asking Netanyahu on his own volition to do a ceasefire right now. Like we're asking for there to be a general consensus in the polling in Israel that says ceasefire now. And it's like I'm not gonna say like Jews in Israel like fucking bad people because of that shit. Like that's just like I get their frustrations, but then you gotta get why they're hateful on the other side. Just stop the violence. Just stop that fucking shit and give them better infrastructure. Like rebuild all that because you owe them that now. And it's like you owe them so much more that you can never give them. You can never give lives back to innocent fucking people. Like these goddamn assholes. But it's like, bro, you need to give them so much, or at least let humanitarian aid in. Let them not starve and die of infectious diseases while they just drink water that's contaminated because they have nothing better. And just like eat fucking nothing because they got nothing to eat. They're just slowly starving and dying of it. It's so fucked up. And right next to them, people don't have to live in all that. But it's like, oh, in Gaza they do? That's so fucked.
Will fight back, and then we'll call them terrorists until the end of time, and we'll say, oh, you murder more of them, murder more of them. But it's never, ever going to end. So you must end the occupation if you want peace. There is no second solution. In fact,
yes, facts.
This idea of a one-state.
They gotta get to have, like, imagine if you removed the American dream from the American people. Like, if Canada did that shit, and you expected the United States to just, like, what's it called? To just give up, surrender. Like, imagine if fucking Mexico did that shit. The drug cartels actually took over and were like, yeah, we're gonna surrender to the motherfucking drug cartels. Like, a place that that Christianity says is going to try to take us over, we're going to surrender to them. Like, even worse, right?
Solution, both on the Palestinian side and the Israeli side, should be dropped immediately. That is a barbarous idea. It has no chance of success. It's ridiculous, and all it'll do is drag out this conflict forever and ever. And I say that to the Palestinians just as forcefully as I say to the Israelis. So the Israelis' one-state solution would be, well,
yeah, fair enough.
We occupy you forever. We take all of your land. We give it to religious zealots, settlers.
I wonder what Destiny's gonna say about this.
Who will murder you for the rest of time. That's a totally untenable solution, obviously. The Palestinians are like, hey, let's have a one-state solution, and we'll outvote the Israelis/Jews, and then we'll rule, and then we'll make them the minority, and we'll oppress them.
Yeah, I'm glad he's like admitting that. Yeah, that
They're
one.
never gonna go for that, nor should they. That's crazy. No, that's never gonna work.
Okay, at least he's acknowledging that. I don't know if he always did, but like at first, I know I was for one state. I think he was always for two states, so he agreed. I thought Destiny was arguing that in the last debate with Cenk, so maybe not. I'm not sure now. Well, whatever, dude. I'm gonna stop talking.
And I look, Palestinians get really mad at me when I say right of return's a pipe dream. What, you're going to go back and get your houses in Israel? Like, however, like decades later? No, look, even if I think that is the most just solution in the world, and there would be a ton of justice to that,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because it's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. And if you
Yeah, and I think it wouldn't be like once, like the people who took it, that's wrong. Like they should have to give it back, and those people should have to compensate them. But like then, once they sell it to somebody else who's like lived there for like handful of years as well now, it's like, especially since like I'm sure the land in Israel, like most of the land that was for sale, if you want to get a place somewhere, chances are it's occupied. And on top of that, if you don't buy it, some motherfucker's just gonna buy it. So it's like, what do, right? You just gotta settle for what you have, and those are the options. So it's like, like what do you expect them to do, right? And it's like when somebody's lived there for like a few years, like, unless Israel's going to give them a new home, but then, like, how the hell are they going to get the consent to that? It's like, that's Israel, that's, like, what their government costs, so they can't really make their own citizens pay for it now by, like, making them move, even if they pay for the new house. So it's like, yeah, like, there is no real solution, but I don't think that would be the most moral way, since, like, those people have lived there for a while now.
hold on to that dream, it actually kills the dream that is tenable for a Palestinian state. So if you're a Palestinian and go, oh, I'm positive we're going to get a one-state solution, you're on Mars or Venus or some other galaxy.
Yeah, fair enough. And Hamas is like only that. It's so dumb, dude. Why are these people in fucking power? These fucking dumb. Dude,
Never
I can't
going
fucking say that word on you.
to happen. Okay, it must be a two-state solution. And finally, we get to yes, but this particular conflict, how do we end it? You always end it with peace, by definition. So you can't murder your way to peace. And I get it, there's wars and a lot of people die, and at the end you get to peace. But that's the point. At the end, you must get to peace. So there is no peace through endless war. So and in Israel,
Yeah, and the more hatred you build up, you're literally starving a population and trying to justify it with like Hamas, who's still trying to kill them, right? And it's like you think that's gonna get the environment towards peace? It's like at this point, even if they get elections, like with your behavior, can you even like, dude? It's gonna take somebody other than you and like as a leader to even be able to correct this whole mess now. Like they just need a new leadership from someone who just respects Palestine more too. Otherwise, yeah, this is
we've
gonna
talked about this
escalate.
before. They always say like, those dirty Muslims. They don't say dirty Muslims. They mean dirty Muslims. They'll never listen. They're savages. They love.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is good. Like, I'm sure some of them, and at this point, just like a lot of people in Gaza, they legit like just fuck the Jews, right? And they have they really and like people will just say, yeah, Muslims have really horrible things in their holy scripture, which just like read the Old Testament too. Like, yeah, both scriptures have that. Just like maybe the Jews, because they're living in like a better, more modernized world, they aren't having to like their religion doesn't control their lives as much because we just have better standards of living and we can concentrate on better things than our religion. They just don't have that. Again, like we should maybe do something about that for these Muslims, right? But like, yeah, some people do think that, but it's not the majority of people who are going to have that position in Israel. Most of them are probably going to be like, well, I think you should do whatever you want to do, and I should do whatever I want to do. Like, I have a faith, but I'm not going to enforce that on you. But, like, clearly these Muslims are trying to over there, so it's like, clearly just in Palestine. Like, we made peace with all these other Arab countries. Why can't we make peace with Palestine now? Like, they're just being pressured by these, like, other Muslim countries and other places to, like, stay at war. And it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, we don't have a role in this. Like, they're clearly having their strings pulled, but they clearly don't want peace because they're, like, being manipulated to not try to get peace. And it's like, dude, I fucking get it, I guess, but then you gotta like overthrow them.
Violence,
motherfucker.
right? So that's why a peace deal with these Muslims never work, except
Dude, who's really saying that? Because then, like, what are you going to do? Like, ethnic cleansing? At this point, just say that shit. It's like, yeah, some people in the Israeli government are saying ethnic cleansing, but it's like, yeah, I mean, dude, Netanyahu was saying that.
the
Yeah.
peace deal with Egypt completely worked.
So, yeah, they're both morons.
The peace
like, Netanyahu and Hamas.
deal, the Abraham Accords, totally worked. Every peace deal's totally worked. And so what hasn't worked is permanent occupation and permanent war. So you got to get to two states. And the 2 years from now is insanity. Insanity.
Yeah, like, how the fuck do you think, like, the hatred isn't gonna build up, the escalation's not gonna rise? Like, we're already on the brink of World War III with this shit. Like, yeah, another 2 years. Yeah, what the fuck is gonna happen in 2 years? Like, do you have no clue? Do you just not care? Are you really gonna be like, dude, there's nothing we could do for the next 2 years? We don't know what's gonna happen in 2 years, but dude, in 2 years, like, that's gonna happen. Because we know that shit. We could tell that shit. And then, like, if things on the way go south, you could just add to the time and then each time you blame them. It's like, yeah, we were just trying to bomb you casually, just keep the process going smooth and nice, trying to get to the like timestamp point. But like, oh well, you striked back, so now it's your fault. The timer increases. Make that 4 years, and it's like. And you think they're gonna buy that shit? It's like, and you were gonna do that anyway, or make up an excuse or lie about them saying that if they didn't say that.
You'll have more bloodshed, more death on both sides. It'll spiral out of control. It'll get even worse and worse. How many people, Jesus Christ, how many Palestinians can we murder? Okay, so you must do the two-state solution
Okay, yeah, no, that's very fair.
right now. And the people that you do it with is not Hamas, it's Palestinian Authority. You go to Palestinian
Yeah, so I get Destiny is gonna make that
Authority, who doesn't have a lot of credibility
no,
right
get but some something but some use of
now in the West Bank. Why? Because they have worked so well with Israel that a lot of Palestinians think that they're collaborators. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? So if you say you can't even work with the Palestinian Authority, that's saying I don't want peace. And there's
Man, yeah, that's why they don't like the Palestinian Authority, because they've literally collaborated with Israel to like keep them occupied, for example.
you could give me Mother Teresa on the other side, and I'll
Like, why would they like them when they are the people who have, like, when they are the government that's fucking put them in this state? Why would they respect them, Kim?
pretend she's a terrorist.
Like, bro, why?
And I'll never ever make peace because I don't want peace. And that is the right-wing Israeli position, but not the entire Israeli position.
Oh my god, wait, what did he just say? That's so funny. I hate when people do that shit. Like, oh, what you think is, like, dude, why the fuck would you think that people just have incoherent takes because they just don't care about morality and stuff, but, like, they still have a political position? It's like, do you know anybody in your real life who would be this fucking shallow and brain dead? And, like, this just, shameless? Do you know anybody like that? Like, bro, no
And that is the
way.
right-wing Israeli position.
Like, no fucking way, dude. Wait, let me rewind this. I hate when people do that. No, like, they all just are pro-genocide, dude. That's what... They, like, self-defense isn't even crossing their mind. They all know this shit. They all know that it's not the right way to go. But they don't care because they just want to see more Arab deaths, dude. It gets their fucking dick going. And it's like, just shut the fuck up, no? Just like, they just have a stance that's wrong. You could say that, that's okay. That's fair, and it's just less just warmongering because you're just gonna get more of this shit. Yeah, people are good faith, and people do get mad, and when people get mad, especially with wars, I've said this since the very beginning, dude. Like, wars just rot people's fucking brains because they get mad, and people fearmonger over it because they know, like, the fucking military-industrial complex is its own fucking industry that makes a lot of profit. And it's like, yeah, you'll have people like Nikki Haley just bring that shit in. Hamas as it, like, that's what they're built off of, right? That's why they made a dictatorship.
So
Like,
if you
amongst other shit,
say you
right?
can't even work with the Palestinian Authority, that's saying I don't want peace.
Yeah, like, okay, from Israel But from fucking Palestine standpoint, is Destiny's about to bring up, dude. At least Destiny makes me realize that my hair could look worse. My hair could look worse. I just fucking realized this shit. Is like I've never noticed it looks so natural on him, bro. Bro, maybe because he has a beard. I don't fucking care though.
And
Yeah.
you could give me Mother
Let
Teresa
me just bring up this shit out of nowhere. Fuck
on
yeah,
the other
dude.
side, and I'll pretend she's a terrorist, and I'll never ever.
Like, bro, I don't got a shirt on. That's it. Whatever, dude. Let me see this shit. I got a short on though, so it's fine, right? Yeah, bro. Oh, boys, I look so high. Yeah, dude. You see my hair? What the fuck is this shit, dude? Yeah, that's pretty garbage, right? Dude, I'm so fucking. Bro, I've been smoking this shit because I smoke out of those where you just buy one, you take the nicotine out. Bro, yeah, I got that fur right under the. Yeah. But anyway, bro. Dude, I need to shut the fuck up, right? Yeah, dude, I took my. Bro, what? Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Wait, what the fuck is that? Video capture device? What it. Okay, whatever. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna leave that shit on. Okay, bro. Wait.
Ever make
Dude, I didn't take my Adderall all day. Like, I'm proud of myself. And I'm still fucking giving this... Dude, like, oh my god, that can happen. Like, most of the time when I don't take my Adderall all day, I just, like, eat fucking, like, just shit in front of the, like, videos and shit. I wouldn't stream or have anything, like, of value to say. Like, bro, since I've been, like, really for the past few days, just, like, going downhill, not fucking, like, talking to anybody, really, just... Bro, but dude, nice, this is fucking cool, bro. Let me vent about that, because I'm not just going too much on tangents already.
peace
Yeah, great, yeah, let me start.
because I don't want peace, and that is the right wing Israeli position.
I
But
just
not
love how I position my mic in a better place, and now I'm just like, yeah, bro, now I could speak more, like, better, and whatever the fuck that means. Yeah.
the entire Israeli position. Okay, so Palestinian Authority, get the two-state solution, have a Palestinian state, bring the Palestinian Authority into Gaza, do not have the occupiers, Israel, try to tame the people of Palestine, of Gaza. Have the Palestinian Authority actually be the government there, and then eventually lead to elections. I agree with Destiny on that. But don't do that right away. Have the Palestinian Authority establish itself in Gaza. And you say, well, Hamas is not going to accept that. They're going to fight back. Well, first of all, they're fighting back against the Palestinian Authority and not Israel. If you're Israel, that's already a win. Okay? And then secondly, they get to say to the Palestinian people, what has Hamas brought you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hamas's approval rating is way higher than the Palestinian Authority. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, let's just make Marianne Williamson the president of the United States right now. Yeah.
Nothing but grief and strife and death and destruction. What did we bring you?
Let's make Nick Fuentes the president of the United States.
A Palestinian state. You're free. That is a very compelling argument. And
from them, it's like, you gotta bring in Bassem Youssef. Bring in Cenk Uygur, actually. Bring in that fucking guy. You present yourself for that shit. You're probably better than them because you haven't collaborated with Israel on anything.
it could get the Palestinian Authority.
Like, you'd probably be better in their eyes than fucking this guy. Like, you should just argue that you should be the guy who sets them free, dude. Like, you should start arguing. Dude, let me shut the fuck up. I'm trying to, like, this is a serious conversation. I'm just taking this. Bro, I just don't know what else to do, dude. I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to fly my boat, find a way to, like, make my content appealing, but get the right messages across and keep learning about this shit as I go on and, like, give my opinions, you know? So it's like, whatever, dude. I'm sort of like a dumbass. I'm sort of autistic, but it's like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna keep going with this passion, and when something like that happens, dude, I gotta know everything I can.
To bring Gaza Strip under control and get to peace and security for both sides.
And I will try to look back on this afterwards to try to get more info that I can absorb, because at this point I've just been smoking more weed, and this is sort of a joke, but like, yeah, if I have a video and it's too long as well, it's not gonna get that many views, so I'm probably not gonna watch this whole thing, at least not right now. and that I could just watch it later or not. And it's like, yeah, dude, I could at least I'll upload that bit.
How do you envision that happening under Bibi Netanyahu?
What? Oh, he said Netanyahu. I was like, yeah, bro. Okay, let me not make fun of his speech impediment. But actually, yeah, doesn't matter that I have one. That makes it so that for the equity, dude, I can do that because I have one. Because apparently that's the other side's argument. So it's like I got a side for both arguments. Either
Control.
Yeah, I just said.
And get to
yeah.
peace and security for both sides.
How do you envision that happening under Bibi Netanyahu?
Impossible. Israel has to call elections and throw out that.
But then people in Israel are like they're literally going to be with Netanyahu on this, just like Franklin Roosevelt, dude. But I mean, he was popular, Netanyahu wasn't popular, but even they are going to agree. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure the nationwide majority like thoughts on this are pretty much that what's it called? That Netanyahu needs to resign as soon as this ends. But that he needs to like take care of this because we can't get someone. I'm pretty sure most people want him to go only after this ends. Like I remember the only person I like spoke to and I had like a lengthy Discord calls like with him on this topic and with Slit as well. Like about this, I actually debated him. That's what he said too. Like, yeah, we want to see Netanyahu gone as soon as this conflict is over. So that's sort of, I'm guessing, their status quo. So like, what are you gonna do with that? Again, like if they're gonna be a democracy, they have to stand by their citizen states, even when Cenk disagrees with it. Like that still has to happen. I'm sorry.
Butcher of Israel, and they have to throw out Ben Gavir.
Even though like they should be wiser than their people on certain things, they shouldn't just go Trump populist mode.
And all those butchers, they're avowed terrorists. Ben Gavir is a convicted terrorist. He worships terrorists. He talks about ethnically cleansing Gaza.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he's saying that here. It's like, dude, it's not about, like, again, he's trying to pick a side. We get it. Like, now it's like being unproductive. Like, what are you trying to show us that that's the... But now you're trying to discuss, like, how we should move forward. You're getting off topic. You're not high. I am. I could tell. And I'm on your side in this debate. Come on, bro. What? Dude, fucking chill. Dude, my mouse has cancer, bro. Stop with that shit. I was at 12:14. Don't do that shit again. Dude, that's been happening even in my last video. But, dude, I will make a thumbnail for this. And I will fucking get 153 views at least in the first 3 days. And I'm gonna shut the fuck up.